What a game. What a win for the Edmonton Oilers. 4-3 over the Colorado Avalanche. That is the first time the Avs have lost in regulation to a Pacific Division team this season. Hey, everybody, welcome to the GCL Diesel Oil Stream postgame show right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Tom Gazzola with you alongside Ben Thomson. Shawn Belle is our game analyst. We want you to get in on the conversation. Tell us what you thought about the Oilers' big victory tonight in Denver. 780-218-9999. Hop into the nasty chat as well. Of course, GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years. Let's bring Belsey in here because that game had everything.
Yes.
Everything.
It was a fantastic game.
Yeah, go ahead.
That might be the best game of the year, personally.
What a game.
Yeah, no, I mean, best game of the year for the Oilers or best game of the year in the NHL?
That's a bold statement.
I haven't watched a whole lot of games that are outside of Edmonton. For what I've covered,
are you just immediately going to dismiss the the Lightning and Buffalo Sabres?
Are you forgetting about the Lightning and Sabres?
I'm saying with my own eyes.
That is
saying with my own eyes. The Buffalo game definitely probably was better, but this one was ridiculous.
But this was a great game, so I agree. It's a great
thing for you to say to me.
All right, Belsey. Crazy game. I mean, the Oilers lose 3 players, a goalie, a defenseman, and a forward. The Avs lose one of the best players in the league to 5 minutes in a game for interference.
Ross Colton, too.
Ross Colton as well. Good point. Thank you, Benny. And Edmonton's power play converts on a very good PK for the Colorado Avalanche. The Avs power play, which is 31st in the league, or was coming into this game, did click tonight. I don't know. You take it wherever you want, Paul, because that was, I think, for the Oilers, that's a huge confidence booster. And for the fan base, that's a sigh of relief and a big also confidence booster, I would think, for the fans. Yeah. I mean, any other way.
I mean, when you walk, I was downstairs actually to start the game, and then I came up and it was 1-0, and I'm like, oh boy, here we go.
First shot.
And first shot, and the Oilers just kind of settled into the game after that. They started to battle back, and the game started out a little bit slow. Like it was almost like they were kind of feeling each other out. And then all of a sudden the game just turned into an intense, hard hitting, skilled hockey game. Like it was a fantastic game to watch. And, it was like 2 heavyweights just slugging it out. So the Oilers played a great game. They were able to get timely saves. Jarry coming in after Ingram getting, his head kind of taken off was tough. I don't agree with the penalty call. I didn't think it was a 5. He did look like he was trying to get out of the way, and Nurse, pushed him kind of and bumped him. It's a bang play. It happens. Colorado losing their best player and having to battle back with that. And, you can see how deep their roster is, but I mean, the Oilers kept pushing. And like Benny mentioned in the pregame show, he was never worried about their offense. It's always about, what can we do on the defensive end? Yeah. And their offense came to play. They got timely goals. The spinorama pass past the guy, one touch, far side. Like that's just otherworldly skill.
Yeah.
It had everything, and what a fantastic game to watch.
Ben Thomson.
Yeah, this was, I'll say the games, NHL games I've watched with my own eyes this year. It's been the most entertaining game I've watched. This was ridiculous. Just like high flying skill, both sides, both teams trading chances. But with that being said, though, I actually did appreciate the defensive effort from the Oilers tonight. It looked a little bit more stingier. It looked like it took a step from the Carolina game. We saw it against Vegas. I kind of labeled it as, well, Vegas hasn't been very good as of late. Colorado absolutely has been pretty damn good. And the Oilers still did a pretty good job with that, despite, they had their looks. But, I just thought it was just so much drama to it. Obviously, the Mackinnon play the whole deal. Like, I give a huge shout out to Tristan Jarry. Comes in for Connor Ingram off that hit, and he makes those big saves. Just, the Nichushkin tip, I'm not going to blame him for. He made some big saves, especially on that power play. Which one was it? It was the Kapanen hook near the end of the third period there. Made a couple big ones there. There's a lot to like about this Oilers game tonight. It was really encouraging for this team to see that it seems like they're taking a step from where they were just a couple of games ago. But it's not like they have easier competition coming up. They have the Dallas Stars, who are pretty damn good on Thursday night. So we'll see how it goes.
A big victory indeed for the Orange and Blue. Let us know your thoughts. 780-218-9999. A couple things to pass along your way. Brian Swain with his stats, sending them to me, says this is the third goalie in Oilers history to win multiple games in which he played less than 25 minutes. That, of course, being Tristan Jarry. The other two are Grant Fuhr and Andy Moog. So a quirky stat, but some elite company for Jarry in Oilers franchise history. Bellsy, should this win and the way Jarry made some saves tonight instill a ton of confidence back into him from the fans, or do you still look at it and go, no, you probably still have some work to do here?
Well, I think the whole team has work to do. So, yeah, I think there's definitely a little bit of work to do. But, I mean, he came in a pinch and he played great. He played good hockey and, he gave them a chance to win the game. And that's what you want to see from your goaltending. I mean, I think that's more of a question for the whole team, because at the end of the day, you just went toe-to-toe with the top team in the NHL and you walked away the winner. So, there should be some renewed confidence in this hockey team, because when they do get to work, they're pretty good. They have enough scoring. It's through their lineup. There was a commitment to defense, which was, was nice to see. They didn't have a ton of grade A opportunities. If you look at the goals, the first goal was tipped by Nurse. That was one of them. There's a high tip, the third goal. And I can't remember the second goal off the top of my head, but, they're goals that – it's hard to have a chance if you're the goaltender. Like, those are just two of them were tips, and they were high slot tips. So it's very encouraging. It's an encouraging sign for a team that has, been talked about, I guess, or critiqued from the defensive side of the game. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, I think it was a game where it should still instill a little bit more confidence, from the fan base, media, so on and so forth.
All right, some responses to that question I sent to you, Bellsy. Jack and Dak says work in progress still. Some stranger says, are the Oilers tied with Vegas? Yes, 72 points. Yep. Another one from Simple 2025. Jarry needs to play with this improved defensive game in front of him, and he will be fine. Rod Zawacki says he earned a start in Dallas and then take it from there, and you might have to start him in Dallas depending on how Connor Ingram is. Had to leave the game after that collision with Nathan MacKinnon. Some people saying it should be a suspension.
Well,
other people saying no, not as severe as it was determined to be. They really looked at it for a long time.
They did. It's a bang play. McKinnon's going to the net hard because he's trying to score a goal. Like, he's trying to beat Nurse to the net, so he's going full speed at the net. The puck comes there. Nurse is trying to get back as fast as he can so he can limit that scoring chance. And unfortunately, they both collide. And last time I checked, if you collide with somebody, there might be a little bit of a ricochet. And there was not really much spots to go. There wasn't many spots to go. And Ingram's head happened to be right in the main spot that you were going to go through. And it is what it is. Like, yeah, I'm not going to try to dive into that and convince people that, hey, like, he meant to do that or he didn't mean to do it. It's a bang play. And unfortunately, he caught Ingram's head and Ingram had to be removed from the game.
All right, let's go to Dirty Curdy texting in 780-218-9999. Dirty Curdy says, kudos to Jarry coming into the Lions' den, standing tall, big 2 points, lots to clean up in the Oilers' own zone. Get well, Doc and Emberson. Of course, Colton Dock and Ty Emberson left the game along with Connor Ingram. Let's go to Huntorio Mones, who texts and says, TG Dickinson getting 17 minutes for a third-line center. Is he here is as elusive as that final stamp to finish off Bouchard's collection. The old man had 24 minutes and looked like he could have gotten another 24. Aquafit with Gretchen at Hardesty Pool Sundays is really paying off. Well done, Hontorio Moms. I see you, buddy. I see you. That was a pretty good
exactly.
one. This one from Coach Mike says, hope the Oilers could keep it rolling. Best example of 97, always thinking offense. 14 seconds left, deep at Colorado zone. Tries to make a pass into the slot instead of eating the puck in the corner. What did I say to you when he did that?
And he breaks it up for them.
Yes. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I said he breaks it out for them.
Keep that puck on the wall and
eat it.
Scrum it as much as you can.
Yeah. We were keeping tabs on McDavid. He did take some draws tonight. I will get the game summary and take a look, or pardon me, the event summary to confirm the numbers there. He was 33%, Benny, at the last time we took a peek. He took 3 draws, 1-1, lost 2. So there you go. And I think Nugent Hopkins was taking the majority of the draws when that line was out there, if Leon wasn't out there. So Draisaitl 12-10 on the dot. Dickinson 6-6. Josh Szymanski 2-2. Nugent Hopkins, like I mentioned, 4-3. McDavid 1-4-3, going 1-2 on the dot tonight. How concerning is that, guys?
I'm like for McDavid's draws, like him not taking them, or like
him not taking draws the last couple of games.
Like, I mean, I'd only assume it's a hand injury, and I mean, yesterday there's a couple chances where I was going like he needs to shoot the puck. At the same time, though, like there's been a lot of stretches over the past couple of years where I've been like, he needs to shoot the puck. I was criticizing their power play, and then as I was saying that, McDavid scored on a beautiful tic-tac-toe with Draisaitl. So, I mean, yes, concerning. The Oilers are not in a spot right now where they can sit out their best players. You know what I mean? Like they have to ride them out for the rest of the season. So if he's got a lingering injury, he's got to play through it. And so if that means that Nugent Hopkins has to take draws, then that's what it is. But it's not also the same time. It's not like Nuge is a bad faceoff guy either, though. He's played center for a good portion of his career. So I mean,
large majority of it.
Yeah. So I mean, it's concerning for sure. You know what? The best player in the world to be hurt, but I mean, it looks like it's working out all right for them right now. They just beat the Colorado Avalanche. So
yeah, just keep in mind too, like McDavid's deferred quite a few times to other guys taking draws. Like if anytime he plays with Draisaitl's taking the draw. So I think there's some, ability to interchange between Nugent Hopkins, Draisaitl, McDavid. I mean, what did he play? 23 minutes, 23:57. So yeah, he might be a little bit banged up, but I mean, he's still going out there. Going out there. He's still doing a good job. He's still doing things with the puck that most people can't do. So if I can now stay away from a situation where maybe I'm going to get sticked in the hand, then I'm going to stay away from that particular situation, right? Like, there's slashes and all that stuff that happens throughout the game, but face-offs are primarily one where like, okay, now we're into it a little bit more, right? So stay out of that particular situation and you probably feel a little bit better.
All right, I have some quotes from the Avs locker room, courtesy our good friend and guest on the pregame show, Megan Angley, from Jared Bednar. Jared Bednar said after the game, if you put guys into your own goalie, that's not a penalty. And then Jared Bednar also said about the third period, officiating is supposed to reward the skill.
The Colorado Avalanche are not used to losing, and you can tell. is what I'll respond to that. Sore losers. Don't get me wrong. I was texting my buddy. Were there some favorable blind eyes given to the Oilers in that third period? Yeah, of course it was. Like they missed a trip on Roslovic. I think it was a Kapanen players. I'll be the referee wasn't fantastic, but end of the day, man, like you lost. To me, it wasn't a ref show today. To me, at least, I don't know. I guess they feel a different way, but
the fans were on Kelly Sutherland,
and it's not even like the Oilers score on that power play on the whole Mackinnon run through Ingram. Like it wasn't. that like the Oilers didn't score on that power play. If anything, they gave up momentum. Colorado like pushed back right after they scored right after. So
Brandon Schrader and Kelly Sutherland were your officials tonight. Belzy, what do you think when you hear that from Jared Bednar?
Well, I mean, he's clearly pissed off about the 5-minute major. And I think personally he has right to be. Because like I said, I started this whole thing by saying I didn't think it was a 5. Is it a penalty? Yeah, it is a penalty because you ran through the goaltender. But at the same time, Nurse hit you. You went into the net. Like when we talk about goaltender interference, they call it a good goal if the defending player pushes the offensive player into the net. So generally speaking, that it would be the definition of like goaltender interference, right? So if we're looking at the same situation, well, guess what? Nurse pushed him in, and it wasn't like Nurse was trying to push him in. He pushes him by accident because he's trying to get back to the post to stop a scoring chance from happening. It's a bang-bang play. Argue it all you want, but that's why Bednar is pissed off. And then when you look at some of the other calls that were made, you're like, well, is it a ticky-tack call here? Yes, they missed some on the other side. Like, I think everything was heightened based off of just the 5-minute major. If there is no 5-minute major and they called everything the exact same, I don't think Bednar is talking. But that 5-minute major and you lose your best player and end up losing the game, I think probably puts a little bit of salt in the wound.
Mex Pazuzu says more like Denver Colorado.
Oh, that's good stuff. Right
a lot
there.
of different opinions in the nasty chat. Let's go back into the inbox. Big Dave texts in, says Oilers defended pretty good tonight and blocked a ton of shots. Yes, good point. I was just looking at that. The official stat sheet: 22 block shots for Edmonton, just 8 for the Avs. Big Dave continues by saying this is the type of play we have wanted to see all season. Sucks to see Ingram go down like that, but Jarry stepped up, looked good, full team effort, putting in a full 60. Looks good on this team. Bring on the Stars. By the way, that collision on Ingram only happened because Nurse took away space from Mackinnon. Video evidence that Nurse can defend top guys. Oh, wow. Wow. That good of a night.
He had to go there, hey?
Wow, I'm just... Okay.
Hell yeah.
I mean, he played a better game. He played a better game.
Yes.
He did.
He used his feet a little bit more. He was a little bit more aggressive.
Great play on the new second goal there. That was
a good play.
Good shot out front.
I mean, I'm hoping that he just continues to have quiet games like he did today, but he's got to play a little bit more aggressive. In my personal opinion, he's got to play aggressive. That's the way that, as a defenseman, taking away time and space, that's an aggression play. That's being on your toes. But every time you get caught in no man's land, it's when you're hesitating and guys, they fly by you or you get danced, or it's just, you have to play on your toes. And if Nurse is going to do that and he's a good skater, then he's going to probably end up playing a little bit better. But that's the takeaway. Like,
buddy, I'm listening to you, but I'm also reading everybody bickering in the nasty chat. And I'm like, I'm not even going to read any of it because it's just
people get pissed off no matter what. No matter what,
there's no way.
Yeah, like I looked at the nasty chat for 2 seconds and I said, "Okay, I'm out."
It's not good. It's not a healthy discussion. It's anger, frustration, and confusion.
What are we angry about? We're angry that we won.
The battle about how much of a penalty that was. The intent from McKinnon. Did Nurse touch? It's just like,
who cares?
We won. Bickering.
Yeah.
What number did you wear? Oh yeah, you wore 45 for them. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. People asking about Ingram's. We don't know. We'll get to.
Yeah. We'll
get to Chris Knobloch, and I don't know if
I think you worry about whiplash in that particular spot. Like sometimes, like if it's hard enough contact with the head, then it's obviously the concussion. But sometimes it's the whiplash, which has the ability to act as if it's a concussion. Because you remember like when Crosby had all those like major concussions? Yeah. And he ended up going to see that doctor, and part of it was whiplash that made it feel like he still had concussion symptoms. Yeah. So that's what you worry about too.
And we have seen, I remember Kyler Yamamoto listen, he had a concussion, but they were saying, oh no, it's whiplash. Okay. But his brain rattled around too. And yeah, it is part of it. They talk about the neck and that could be part of it as well. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on Twitter, and I'll let the medical team determine what they need to determine. People asking what I thought.
I see what you did there. It was a vicious
collision.
I see what you did there.
I am not saying anything. I just thought it was a slide on. Whether he got bumped intentionally or unintentionally, or McKinnon's dirty or he's not a dirty player. The bottom line is Ingram absorbed a blow.
Yes.
Took a lot of it off of his noggin. You saw I'm assuming that was a pressure cut. Again, not a doctor. That's why I'm assuming. And then couldn't return to the game. So hopefully.
Sure, doctor will be able to tell us.
Hopefully, yes. They have a great doctor. Dr. Nadeau is one of the best. Hopefully Ingram is okay and can dress for Thursday. I have no idea. Man. And I feel like when we hear from Chris Knobloch, he'll probably say we have to reevaluate him tomorrow.
Because he's also not a doctor.
That's right. Picardi once said Pix is always ready to travel. Yeah. Let's go to Marco. Texan says, we are so back. Murphy seems to have stabilized Wallman a bit. Jarry was good in relief. I'm sure Ingram will be okay. And finally, officiating was awful as usual. But for once, more so awful for the other team.
I'd agree.
We'll take it, says Marco. Defensively, Bellsy, what are you noticing from this group in its short time with Connor Murphy back there?
They take away time and space. They play better defensively. They block shots. They don't allow guys to just go behind them and stand wide open backdoor. Those are all good things. And I was talking about it with Nurse earlier, and it sounds very, very simple. But when you take away time and space from offensive players, it's harder for them to make plays. And it's a very simple fix. So if there's a 50-50 puck in the corner, go get the 50-50 puck. Because at the very worst, you can scrum the puck if you need to, as opposed to what they were doing earlier in the season is allowing the offensive player to go get it and then just instantly defending. So to me, they've just changed the way that they're pressuring the puck, and it's working out for them, because now they're creating battles in the corner, and the battles aren't happening in front of their net, or they're not just instantly trying to defend, because they're kind of bringing that game to the offensive player as opposed to just sitting back.
And to piggyback off that, this could just be me again, but I'm noticing, you touched on it briefly, the sticks in lanes. Like I'm noticing a whole lot more, just deflected passes and just making it more difficult for teams to string passes together, right? Like I just noticed, especially with Dickinson, I feel like he highlights it very well. He always has the proper stick in lane. I mean, you're seeing again tonight, like a team like Colorado, if you allow them to string together multiple passes, like going back in your net with how good their offense is. So, I feel like that's been a highlight the past couple games.
Hockey Hooligan getting it to the nasty chest says, overall defense is getting better. Love the new additions at the deadline. I'm assuming as well, Hockey Hooligan, you didn't mind the extracurriculars tonight, too, for sure. Just one more thing on the defense. How sustainable is it? And now you lose Emberson. How concerning is that? Is this just a one-off game, or can you maintain that type of play where your sticks are in lanes and you're actually engaging in battles in front of your own net rather than hopping out of the way of point shots and shots from the slot and stuff like that? Is it sustainable?
I think it's very sustainable. It's the details of the game. And, your body positioning in the defensive side is a big thing, because then, you're pushing guys to the outside as opposed to, allowing them going through the middle of the ice. Every team wants to protect the house. Every team wants to protect the middle of the ice. So don't allow them to do that. Put yourself in a position where they have to go to the outside. And if they're going to get to the middle of the ice, then they have to go through you. And it's, we talked about it before. It's not giving up anything for free. And the Oilers before they, brought in Coffey and maybe, brought in Murphy and some other guys that were, a little bit better on the defensive end, they allowed teams to get middle ice. They allowed teams to dictate what was going to happen in the D zone or their offensive zone. It was like Olay defense.
Yeah.
Just do whatever you wanted to do. Go get the puck. Mm-hmm. We're just going to make sure that we're going to try to stay in the middle of the ice, keep you to the outside, but we're not going to force you. And now they force. If there's a loose puck, they try to go get it. They create the battle. There's more hitting. It's a little bit more of an aggressive style of play. And they're kind of swarming too, especially if the puck is below the goal line. You'll see sometimes they almost have 3 guys below the goal line, and then their 2 forwards collapse almost all the way down to the top of the crease. So they're condensing the D zone. They're making it harder for guys to make plays, and then they're breaking it out as soon as they get the puck. It's as soon as it's a free puck, loose puck, they're moving it and they're trying to get out of the zone right away.
Benny, just be careful with that mic because we're hearing whenever.
Yeah,
it's really delicate.
Yeah.
The regular arm broke where the producer's mic usually is, so Benny's got to use the guest mic.
We're getting a new
the new one's on the way.
Yeah, it's on the way. To answer your is it sustainable? If you go back to the playoff run last year, the top 4, I mean, if you consider Connor Murphy their 4th defenseman, then 4 of the 6 defensemen that played in that cup final is the same, right? With Ekholm, Bush, Wallman, and Nurse. Yeah. And I'm not going to sit here and say that their defense was elite last year or on that playoff run, but it was a whole lot better than what we saw a couple games ago. It was much different. Some people thought it was Paul Coffey was the difference, and that's why they brought him back. And I guess maybe that's helped out the past 2 games. Who knows? But
maybe how about having better defensemen?
That's where it is, right? Yeah. Connor Murphy has come in and he plays over 20 minutes again tonight. And what he does, he slides Wallman over to his left side, and everyone is now starting to fit into proper roles where they're supposed to. Mm-hmm. Jake Wallman played the lowest out of, obviously, Emberson, who got hurt. And that's how it should be. Jake Wallman, and to me, Jake Wallman has taken a step back from last year, so he should be playing a third pair role. He should be. Depends on what you call a third pair if he's playing with Murphy. But
who knows?
Yes,
man.
But I just think guys are more slotted into their proper roles, and that's helped defensively. And then especially with Dickinson as a third line center too. Adam Henrique is not the same guy.
No,
not even last year he wasn't that great, but better than what he was this year. So having Dickinson to replace him as a 3C role too has been huge for them. So yeah, I think these new guys have helped slot the guys in their proper positions.
It's encouraging.
Yep.
Cade via the nasty chat says, I like Connor Murphy. He's really good, making an impact already. Hopefully that continues. Cade, Atif over on the text line, 780-218-9999, says, what a smoking hot game. Both teams on fire, just like the Firehouse hat trick. I was worried when Jarry went in. He played great. Hopefully Connor is okay. Connor Ingram, of course. Any update if Dusty got his picture with LeBron, as he did not play tonight? No, but apparently he saw Vince Vaughn, Adam Sandler,
Chris Rock, A-Rod,
and anyone else? Belsey has a great A-Rod story that is not fit for air.
Oh, I was going to hear about this later. I think that's all he had in the text chat, but pretty cool. Much different than what we got here in Edmonton.
Yeah, that's very true. Although I love it. It's very unique here. It's not LA.
It is.
LA is its own place, or New York. You can't compare. It's the two different places that are full of celebrities and all kinds of stuff. We have great people here.
Yes,
and
we do.
Some celebrities too sometimes.
Yeah, we got some nice people here.
We do, man. We've got the best people, best hearts.
We really do.
Okay, Belsey, take a peek ahead to this Thursday against the Dallas Stars. By the way, we're live on location at Boston Pizza 170th Thursday. Come join us. That should be a great game. And take advantage of game day specials, $5 off. Medium pizzas, $1 off. Tankards of Molson and Coors. Of course, you want to bring your golf clubs, work on your game as the spring is approaching. $20 in the golf sim on the lounge side per hour. Great price, best in the city. And it's going to be the Oilers and the Stars. We're going to need to see more of this, aren't we, Belsey?
We really are. It's going to be a great matchup again. Probably another high octane game. Lots of speed, lots of skill on the ice, but another big test for the Oilers because you have a great game against the Avalanche. You don't want to now go into Dallas and lay an egg. Mm-hmm. You want to be able to prove that, hey, we can now go back-to-back games against some of the top teams in the NHL and come out ahead, or saying that we've had a really good game. So I think it's going to be an important matchup for them, because if you can get through this stretch where you've beaten the Avalanche, hypothetically you've beat Dallas, then what's next? The next 3 games after that, those are all winnable games. Yes. And now you can really, start to make some ground in the division. So a very important stretch for them, but it starts with Dallas, and you got to make sure that you're ready to go, because don't squander a great road victory against Colorado Avalanche going into Dallas and laying an egg.
Is it acceptable to go 1-1 in the next 2 if you lose in Dallas? I would say yes.
Sure.
Don't squander a big win, but
don't let the Dallas game be a blowout.
Try to win it.
Yes.
I would say this, guys. Like we're at a point now in the year where nothing is acceptable. You need the points. You wasted a lot of points throughout the year.
You can't write off
and trying to figure out your defense and figure out your goaltenders and all that kind of stuff. Like, you don't have room for error, because there is other teams that are breathing down your neck, and they all have games in hand. So you've got to make sure you get every single point that you possibly can. So is it acceptable to go 1-1? Sure. But if you're the Oilers, you're not happy about going 1-1. You think you're one of the best teams in the NHL, and you think you're one of the teams that, is a legitimate Stanley Cup contender. Well, then in that locker room, we're going 2-0, and we're going to beat the 2 top teams in that particular conference, and we go from there. So that's probably what they're thinking. That's how you have to act. And yeah, I just wouldn't sit back and be like, hey, I'm happy with a 1-1 record.
Well said. I like this one tonight. I like your performance tonight on the post-game show. Get some rest, big guy. You on the hangout tomorrow?
Yep. I'll see you guys later.
All right. There you go. There's Shawn Belle, our game analyst, helping us break down the Oilers' 4-3 victory over the Colorado Avalanche. That is a huge win. Yes, Edmonton does pull even with the Vegas Golden Knights points-wise, both at 72 points through 65 games. The Oilers take second spot in the Pacific Division. Their row is higher, and they have more regulation wins than the Vegas Golden Knights. This is surprising to me. Anaheim only has 21 regulation wins.
Yeah. Isn't that like the lowest in...
Them in Vegas of all the playoff teams?
Yes.
Yes, it is by a decent amount. I mean, Montreal has 24. Edmonton has 24 as well. Minnesota has 25. Minnesota only has 25 regulation wins.
Yeah. I mean...
7-2-1 in overtime. Oh, no, in its last 10, and then where's OT? That's not on this stat line. Yeah, that's interesting.
It's a weird year, man.
It is a weird year.
It's such a weird year. Like, it's funny how, hey, my buddy and I were talking about this, how a lot of people are talking about like the John Carlson trade to the Ducks. It was like, oh, the Ducks deserve to get John Carlson. Like they deserve a guy to like come into that locker room because they've earned it this year. You know what I mean? Like they played well.
What a weird comment.
Like Elliot was talking about it on his podcast.
Okay.
He was saying like
I don't understand that.
Pat Verbeek was like the players. The conversation of like, does a team earn to get upgraded at the deadline? Last year, Dylan Larkin wasn't very happy with Steve Yzerman about how he didn't add anyone at the deadline.
Right. Okay.
And then Yzerman right after was like, well, they didn't deserve it. Like they weren't gonna. We didn't think they were a good enough team.
I see.
So a lot of people were saying, oh, Verbeek was rewarding the Anaheim Ducks with John Carlson. You guys have played well this year. Good for you. Here is John Carlson.
So he trusts them.
Oh. It's funny how you can say that about the Ducks, yet if they were in the East, I think the narrative around them would be a little bit different. They'd be like, well, they're like fighting for a playoff spot right now, and all this. It's just the duality in the conferences right now, with how tight the Eastern Conference is and the race that you got over there versus the West. I mean, specifically the Pacific. How how open and
there's like 5 teams in the Pacific that think they have a chance right now.
Yeah, and not for good reasons.
Right.
Like the LA Kings should be kissing their playoff hopes goodbye if they were in the East. But they are kind of still in it in the West because it's the West right now. It's anyone's race.
Library Pat chiming in says McKinnon deserved to get ejected. Reckless play. Very glad to see the result. Huge win. Worried about Ingram, though. That's from Library Pat. Colorado Rusty says, wow, what a game. Dickinson is my new favorite player. All the boys showed up well. Jarry was excellent in relief. Ingram played well. The Oilers still give up way too many grade A's. McKinnon got what he deserved. That's from Colorado Rusty. Let's go to Sean. Sean says, what happens if Doc, Emberson, and Ingram are no-go for the next or the rest of the road trip? Can they recall anyone? And if so, who? Well, yes. There's no more roster limit.
Nope.
That's done. So you don't have to keep it to 23. You do have to stay cap compliant. So that's an issue. I believe Edmonton still has its 4 emergency call-ups.
Yeah.
Or did they burn one earlier in the year?
Regula? Was that a...
There might have been one.
I feel like Regula...
you can dip into those.
You have Stastny to fill in for Emerson.
If Stastny's there.
And you have... If Henrik was labeled day-to-day by Chris Knobloch today. Yeah. So theoretically, if he's ready to go, that's your fill-in for Doc.
And Pickard gets the call up. Yeah. So yeah, fair questions, and there's some answers. Let's see. Leon's body language texting in says, Tommy, did the Oil just play a solid 2-period-ish type of game defensive hockey-wise? We are so back. Yeah, they did.
Yep.
That was excellent the way they played.
And I wouldn't have expected like a 60-minute defensive shutdown against the Colorado Avalanche, though, too.
Avs had them in the first 5 minutes.
They did.
By far.
But to me, it's like what are you going to do? It's Colorado Avalanche. Like, they're going to have their pushes, right? So
they're pretty good. I see Mike Smitty in the nasty chat. I think he was asking if I think Podkolzin's any good. Yes, I've determined he is a good middle 6 forward.
Good middle 6 forward, yes.
Is that not good?
No, that's awesome. I think he's great. I think a lot of people would agree.
Where's
he's great.
Mike Smitty been lately? He's just a Cass guy, hey?
Yeah, he's got to be. He left when Cass left.
Good to see you back, Mike Smitty. If I missed you in the last little while, my bad. But I hope I answered your question. A little bit of tongue in cheek there. All right, let's go inside the Oilers locker room. Who do we have?
We have. Let's listen to the guy with 2 goals tonight. Here is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins from the dressing room.
What did you like most about what your team brought?
I think just our composure in general. We know these guys are a high-flying team. They found one early, but I didn't think we changed our game. I thought we came with the mindset of playing everything tight, not giving the easy ones for them. And even after going down 1, we did a pretty good job of just sticking to that and started to pay off for us.
What does a game like this do for your group's confidence?
Yeah, I mean, I think these last 2 games, we understand where we're at, how important these points are, no matter who you play. We're playing against the best team in the league. You're going to have to bring it. And I thought we did a great job. But, yeah, I mean, these are games that you can look back on next month and really rally behind and understand that we play like that. We can beat anybody.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Even teams like yours that have been in, let's face it, way bigger games than this and fairly recently, can you take a game like this where you lose guys and you come back and you're in a tough building and you change out your goalie and, is this something you can dig in on?
Yeah, for sure. It felt big, too, on the bench. I mean, we just don't understand where we're at time of the year, standings-wise, and like I said, playing a really good team. So, yeah, I mean, there was lots of adversity tonight. It would have been easy to kind of pack it in and did a great job just sticking to it and trusting each other.
It was a game where you needed both of your goaltenders. How important were they?
They're huge, both of them. I mean, Jarry steps in and immediately has to make a couple really big saves, and Ingo was great for us up until that point, and then Jarry's obviously closed it down in the 3rd for us. So, yeah, I can't imagine it's easy to step in as a backup and just jump right into it. I thought Jarry did a great job, and we really rallied behind those 2.
There you go. There's Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, 2 goals, +1, 19-17 time on ice. He had a couple of shots. Both of them went in and was 57.1% on the dot. Nugent-Hopkins now on the season with 17 goals. So getting close. He'll have another 20-goal season, or he could have another 20-goal season. Jack Roslovic also could have a 20-goal season. He scored a beauty tonight. Good play by Leon Draisaitl.
Sweet.
Over to him, yeah. And then even the game-winning goal by McDavid, that was a really nice give-and-go play. Some quick touches and a nice finish by McDavid. Benny Thompson, what do you got?
I mean, like, this has been... I just want to highlight quickly the power play.
Okay, 2 for 4.
Yeah, 2 for 4, which is good. I was talking to you about how it was during the power play that the one that McDavid scored to take the lead and to win.
You were getting
the
frustrated.
Game. I was getting frustrated because I thought they were being too cute. And I'm with all you in the nasty chat that are like this. They're being too cute. I agree. They are. But
I'm not against that.
Yes.
But it's, you think about it, you go, wait a sec. They're like 33%.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But they figured out a way. And who am I to tell the best players in the world?
I agree.
But yeah. And to me, this game, if the Oilers, they have that 5-minute major, which was really just a 4-minute power play. And that power play did not look good at all for those 4 minutes. Like, it looked bad. It looked like they lost the momentum. And then shortly after, Nichushkin high tip in the slot, tie game. And I'm sitting there going, like, if the Oilers lose this game, like, that's what we're going to be pinpointing on the post-game shows. Like, that was your chance. Yep. You're up 1, power play, 4-minute long power play, whether you agree or disagree with the 5-minute call, that is what it is, and you piss it away. They were given another opportunity later on that third, and I'm sitting there going, like, if they don't score on this, like, and they lose this game, like, this is the...
Say the returning point of the game?
Exactly.
See what I did there?
And sure enough, I mean, a ridiculous play between McDavid and Draisaitl to put that one in. Mm-hmm. But like, it just sometimes, man, that the power play it can tick me off at least. But they come out clutch tonight, which was good because I remember there was that Montreal game earlier in the season where they had that 5-on-3 early in the game and they didn't score on it. And I remember the post game show was just like, that was your opportunity. Take a huge, good start to the game, and all of a sudden it's different, right? But I guess good on the power play for clutching up there near the end of the third period and winning them a big game.
Okay, so we do have Tristan Jarry that we can hear from. Do we have Chris Knobloch as well?
Not yet.
Okay, I mean, we'll play it by ear on Knobloch, get it if it's available, but here's something from Oilers TV's or Oilers Plus's Paige Martin. Paige with the update says Chris Knobloch did not have an update on Connor Ingram postgame. Said he was feeling well right now, but needed to come out of the game due to concussion protocol. So kind of as expected there, and Paige just doing the work and putting it out there for everyone, because I know we've seen it a ton. People going, I wonder how Ingram's doing. Has there been an update on Ingram? That's all we have so far.
So with the wording, that seemed like he felt fine. It's just it was a safety thing. Like you're pulling him out.
Yeah, but he didn't come back.
Yes,
so
that's my thing. Is
listen, my experience there.
Yes.
The coach, like especially on the road too, you got to get on a plane.
Yeah.
That can mess with you and your body and all that. You also like. I'm sure they're going to be monitoring him very closely on the flight.
Yeah,
and on the bus ride. So I'm not, me personally, what Paige is updating us with, I'm not reading too much into.
Okay.
Just nothing more severe, which I'll start with the positive. That's good for now, but I'm not ready to be like, oh, he's fine. He's ready for Thursday. It's going to take a day or two.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. That's my experience with these
it's
things.
tricky with head stuff. So.
Yeah. Okay. Take us into the room.
Alrighty, here's Tristan Jarry from the locker room tonight.
Situation for you, maybe just take us through kind of what that moment was like when you see Connor go down and then you realize that this is a game where you're going in.
Yeah, I think it's always tough to see someone go down, and it's never easy to watch that, but I think just having to be prepared and mentally strong right off the bat, I think that's all you could really do in a moment like that when stepping in.
When you were on the bench and then all of a sudden in the game, what did you notice about what the team was doing in front of you that was working well?
They were just playing really well. I think from the drop of the puck, it was kind of a game that was back and forth, but I thought the guys did a great job defending. They they really kept the middle tight, and we were getting pucks out, we were blocking shots, and they did a really good job tonight.
Is there an element as a goaltender when you see your goalie partner go down where there's almost like a little bit of added motivation that you want to be able to carry out that job?
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. We were in a good spot when I came in, so you just want to try and keep that. You want to keep the guys the same way as if Connor was still playing, so I think just being able to stay even-keeled in that moment and just kind of work away with what we had.
Was this a different game? It turned into a bit of a war of attrition, right? Guys are going down. It's two good teams. It's important. It seemed like it turned into a more important game halfway through than it was at the start somehow. When you come in, do you feel like you got a little different than most relief efforts?
Yeah, they're obviously a very good team, but so are we. So I think it was obviously trying to keep it with where it was at. It was the guys did an unbelievable job. We lost a couple guys early. There were some guys that went out throughout the game, and I think every guy stepped up tonight.
All right, there's Tristan Jarry, who picks up the win. He faced 12 shots, made 11 saves in just over 20 minutes in relief of Connor Ingram, who was in that hellacious collision with Nathan Mackinnon, and Mackinnon got kicked out for that. Oilers, like you heard from Benny, couldn't convert when they had the 4-minute power play. Of course, the first, 55 seconds was 4-on-4. The Oilers were killing off a penalty when that play happened, and then they got a later power play, and that's where you had the McDavid goal and a nice feed or give and go with Leon Draisaitl. All right, we're rolling along here. You can text us 780-218-9999. Hop into the nasty chat. It is the GCL Diesel Oil Stream post-game show right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. We're going to get to the turning point of the game, which is brought to you by the Sather Reed Sport Medicine Clinic. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists. You got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach trusted by the best in the game at Sather Reed Sport Medicine. Book your assessment today, www.satherreedsportmed.ca, or call 780-460-9977. I'm going to go to the game-winning goal. I know there's like a million other instances.
Yeah.
And I know I'll give Tristan Jarry some credit going in cold, making a few pretty solid saves. He did allow the one. That was a great redirection by Nichushkin. I'm sorry, but that was a thing of beauty.
You'll get some credit later.
That was bar down. And then, so this one's going to go at 9:03 of the third period. The Oilers on the power play. Connor McDavid's 36th goal of the season, just shortly after pissing off Benny by being too cute. Nice give and go with Leon Draisaitl. Bouchard picks up the secondary assist on the missed shot opportunity,
which was like a half shot pass.
Yeah, and it went wide, and then Draisaitl picked it up, gave it to McDavid. McDavid back to Draisaitl. Bam, boom.
I'm trying to remember if it was that power play where I was really ticked off that McDavid got the pass from Bouchard and had the whole slot to himself and stared at Blackwood and decided to pass off to Draisaitl in his spot. I understand it's in his spot.
I heard you yelling.
I'm like, shoot it! Like you are the best player in the world in the slot, 1-on-1 with the goalie. Shoot it!
What did I tell you as soon as he scored that goal, though?
I don't remember.
To never question him again.
Yes, you did.
A little bit in jest, but yes, I understand the frustration, and a lot of people feel the same way. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I just like to have some fun with it on a night where they had success and won the game.
Yes, good for them.
That is your Sather Reed Sport Medicine turning point of the game. The McDavid power play marker is 36th goal of the year. It stands up as the GWG. And of course, if you're looking to get something fixed with your body, maybe you got a rusty knee or a joint or something's been bothering you and you need to get a little bit of help, go see the fine folks over at the Sather Reed Sport Medicine Clinic. Book your assessment today, www.satherreed.ca, or call 780-460-9977. Actually, it's satherreedsportmed.ca.
Let's go.
Got it. Thank you. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, Benny Thompson.
Do we want to do player of the game because it's along the topic of what we're talking about right now?
If you feel it's right for the show, then I trust you.
Awesome.
See that?
Yes. Trust.
That's called teamwork.
Yes.
Makes the dream work.
Thanks, Tom.
You're welcome.
Damon Bunting, real estate player of the game. Damon Bunting has been a consistent top producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find the right home or make the move from your current home. Community driven. He understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out on DamonBunting.com or visit his Instagram at Damon Bunting Real Estate. I want you to picture this.
Okay.
Nathan Mackinnon runs through Tristan or Connor Ingram. Tristan Jarry has come in. Guy who's been a little rocky past little while. A lot of fans are talking about they'd rather have Pickard in net than him. And the Colorado Avalanche come out and they score 2 goals on their first 2 shots. The Oilers lose 4-3.
Mm-hmm.
What's the conversation on the postgame show?
Get Calvin Pickard up here ASAP.
Correct. This guy is brutal. We were talking about revisiting the trade again and talking about how it's that this trade has set back the Oilers this year. The Oilers won't win anything with this guy in their net. Blah blah blah. Instead, we're talking about Tristan Jarry being pretty damn good in his game today. Well, not even a full game. He played like a period in 36 seconds, I believe. That's big for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is going to lead to success for him this season. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be his turning point of the year for him, for say the read. But what it will be is the Damon Bunting player of the game. That's who it's going to be tonight. Tristan Jarry.
Wow.
He was huge for this team. Made a big save near the end of that second period, but I more look at that third period, and especially that power play that Colorado had. I understand that is the worst power play or second worst power play in the NHL. It doesn't look like it when they're passing around and firing shots and all that. It looks dangerous. And Tristan Jarry made some big saves on that one late in the game. He seemed composed. I liked his game today because I'm more giving the player of the game because if he didn't step up, the conversation, I don't mean to criticize, Nasser or whatever, or throw anything on you guys, but
just say Oil Country.
Oil Country would be very, very pissed off. Very pissed off.
Yeah.
So good for Tristan Jarry.
Dun, da, da, da. He gets one of those. He is your Damon Bunting Real Estate Player of the Game. Damon Bunting now with the agency. Let's go to a few texts here. We have a few minutes left. Conroe, Texas says, Belsey and everybody needs to look at that play again. Nate chose to go into the blue paint. He injures Ingram in the blue paint. Refs 100% got this right. There's been debate back and forth. And listen, man, it's a penalty. He crushed,
I think we're all in agreement.
He crushed him. He smoked him.
Yeah.
I was just surprised that given the contact with Darnell Nurse, that he got kicked out. I'm like, well, you have to call that. And hopefully Ingram's okay. You saw the blood. That wasn't good. Couldn't finish the game. Not good at all. But it's a penalty.
Yes.
The severity of it. Quite honestly, you guys, I have no clue what these refs or the war room in Toronto are ever going to call when it comes to goalie interference.
Yeah,
anymore.
you flip a coin.
Essentially. Rye Guy Texan says, yes, the Oilers win tonight, but sometimes I wish McDavid would just rip it instead of looking for the extra pass. There are a few plays where they passed up good shooting lanes, trying to make one more play, ended up as a turnover. Is that a coaching philosophy or just players overthinking it? Rye Guy, I'll just ask players.
Yeah.
Heading into the playoffs, I'd love to see more simple, grindy goals, pucks on net, traffic, etc. Signed, Rye Guy. Those are playoff goals for sure.
Yeah.
It's that time of year. Brock says, why does Bednar want more power plays? Does he not realize his power play is horrid? 15%, 31st in the league, 1 for 3 tonight. But that's a great point. The rookie chiming in says, about time this team showed some heart. They did tonight. They dug in. They dug the expletive in, if you will. Ranger Nick says, if Dickinson plays like that in the third line center role, he's good. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Good to hear from you, Ranger Nick. Big Dave says Oilers defended pretty good tonight, blocked a ton of shots, played physical. This is the type of play we've all wanted to watch this season. Sucks to see Ingram go down like that, but Jarry stepped up, looked solid, full team effort, and putting in a full 60 looks good on this team. Bring on the Stars. By the way, the collision on Ingram only happened because Nurse took away space from Mackinnon. Video evidence that Nurse can defend. Top guys. Yes, Big Dave. I read that one earlier.
So...
Tell me.
Let's say the Oilers beat Dallas on Thursday.
Maybe it happens.
How much would your confidence have changed from yesterday to Thursday if the Oilers were to beat the Dallas Stars on Thursday?
I would start thinking maybe this team is waking up. Maybe. That was a great win tonight.
It was a great one. Like it was one where it's
Gutsy.
like Like if they play that type of game, they're going to win most nights. And I think there would be a lot of faith from Oilers fans that this team would be contenders.
But like that one text, I can't remember who wrote it, but where was that all season?
Oh, 100%.
And I know listen, you could say the personnel wasn't there, and there's a million different reasons why they didn't really dig in all that much this season. But oh yeah, you guys are capable of it. Look at that. You were rewarded. First time that the Avs lose in regulation to a Pacific Division team this season.
Yeah. I mean,
that's something.
It could be that, yeah, they brought in the right pieces at the deadline. They weren't the sexy pieces, but they were the ones that I think we all agree on.
They paid a heavy price for them.
They paid a heavy price, but they needed them.
They got them.
And
they're better.
Or maybe it's, McDavid and Draisaitl, they've been to 2 cup finals. November, December feel like long months for them, where it's just kind of not meaningless hockey, but not as meaningful as cup finals or Olympics or, I think maybe this is a realization for them that, okay, 1, we're not guaranteed a playoff spot. 2, and if we just keep playing the way we have this whole year, we're not going anywhere this year.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is them going, okay, like now's the time. We got to get going. And last I checked, I'm looking here, the Oilers are 3 points back of the Pacific Division.
Yep.
Like for how much like bad talk we've had with the Oilers this year, it's like they could still win their division if they pull together a really good stretch here near the end of the season. So, I mean, man, like whatever it is, if it's the Oilers we're watching of tonight, and I'll even throw in the Vegas game, I like their chances of stringing together some good wins here before the playoffs. But I don't know. We'll see if this team kind of maybe comes back down to what they were before the trade deadline.
Hopefully not. Hopefully they play well again on Thursday. 6:00 start against the Dallas Stars. We are live at 5 p.m. from Boston Pizza, 170th Street for the pre- and post-game show. Come on down. Take advantage of great game day specials. See Tony and Curtis. Lots of prizes will be given away during the intermissions and then at the end of the game. And it's $5 off medium pizzas, $1 off tankards of Molson and Coors. They have the golf simulator, $20 an hour if you want to get in on that puppy. That's the best rate in the city. And then a lot of fun and jokes and camaraderie and all that good stuff with the Nasties and some of your favorite EST people, as we'll be down there live with the whole crew at 170th Boston Pizza on Thursday. Friday, I should add this. We're at the Ice House.
Yes.
For that one. So inside Ice District at the Ice House. We'll be live for the pre- and post-game show. That's another 6:00 start. The heavy hockey crew is going to be there. We have the heavy hockey showdown this Saturday at the DCA in support of the Sexual Assault Center of Edmonton, SACE. It's their big fundraiser, so we'd love to see you down there. Either Friday, Saturday, or both. A bunch of us will be taking part, looking to recapture the championship trophy. It's one big game this year, and I will not trade myself or accept a trade to any other team. All right? We got that out of the way?
Okay.
Let's rattle off a few texts here to wrap up the night. Troll says, Nuge was great tonight. Should have had a hat trick. Ingram, too important to this team to be taking him out is probably the right call. You don't want him to come back and potentially make it worse. Richard says, utterly ludicrous when the panelists thought that Mackinnon's penalty on Connor Ingram warranted only 2 minutes. What the hell more would he have to do to warrant 5 minutes? Mackinnon recklessly went directly towards Ingram at top speed. The fact that Nurse collided with him slightly or that Mackinnon put on the brakes a tiny bit at the last second doesn't change the fact that he made a very bad decision to run to the net like that. 5 minutes, no brainer, says Richard. Norm says, enjoy X-Ray J Thursday night. I think he's ready to get into one.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Good.
Yes.
On the panel thing there, you don't have to like this answer, but if I had to guess, this is what their reasoning is because Nurse made contact with him.
I believe they even articulated that.
Yes. And so whether you agree or whether you think it's the slightest little bump that he gave McKinnon or if he pile drive right into Ingram, wherever you stand on it, that's, I believe, their reasoning behind it. It was Darnell Nurse made contact with Nathan MacKinnon, and it led to a crash.
Jay Milton, the glue guy, says lock shot partner parlay hit. Jay's play of the day hit. Boom. Attaboy, Jay. We'll give you one of these, buddy.
With the Oilers the Oilers winning tonight, Reed's 13-game parlay did not hit, though.
Oh.
He took the Avs.
Oh.
I don't know about the other games, but
there's some big ones on there, man. Oh, boy. El Presidente says he's coming down. Yeah, we're going to have a great time, as always. It's been a little while. We did get together while a huge contingent of folks were down in Mexico. We had a good time with those who did show up, and hopefully we get some more people out this weekend. Ton of fun, raising money for a very worthy cause indeed, and it's great here at EST to be a part of something like that and help contribute to some funds for SACE, Sexual Assault Center of Edmonton. All right, that's going to do it for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream postgame show. The Oilers with a big 4-3 victory over the best team in the National Hockey League, and they'll look to repeat that type of performance and get the same result Thursday night against the Dallas Stars, 6 o'clock puck drop. We're on the air at 5 p.m. live from Boston Pizza, 170th Street. Come on down, join us. It's going to be a ton of fun. For Shawn Belle and Ben Thompson, I'm Tom Gazzola saying have yourselves a wonderful night. Thanks for being with us all night long. See ya tomorrow.